In Tobago last year, Minister Sinanan did indicate that we were going to go out as a government for tenders for persons to provide on a lease basis a fast ferry. What is worse is that a public advertisement placed in the newspapers in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as on websites and international publications, went out in August last year. There was absolutely nothing secret about this deal or transaction. We were successful in picking up one of the persons who it is alleged was preparing himself to attempt to do harm to prison officers. And I want to use this opportunity to send a very, very strong signal to anyone, including those in the prison system, when it comes to these criminal elements who are on the inside of prisons thinking that they can threaten persons. It is not going to be tolerated. Legislation that I intend to bring to Parliament to deal with firearms, repeat offenders who use firearms in the committing of criminal activities and crimes against persons. Very shortly, in the next few days, you will hear about the type of legislation I intend to take to Parliament dealing specifically with that, because we're not going to sit down. This is a time to do things outside of the box. It's not business as usual. We went out for the procurement of these firearms, 250 handguns. I understand that at the end of the procurement process and a contract is about to be awarded for the supply of these 250 firearms. This highway does not pass through the Aripo Savanna. At no point of the projection of this highway is it going through the Aripo Savanna. This morning at Cabinet, we approved and confirmed the Australian EFIC has agreed to provide financing for the purchase of those two fast ferries, one from INCAT and one from AUSTRAILIAN. So we are going ahead with that financing, favourable financing terms, which the government of Australia helped us to arrange with EFIC, which is a government import financing facility company in Australia. Today I did take to Cabinet a note with a proposed policy as to how we would deal with the Venezuelans who are in Trinidad and Tobago and the whole registration process. That note went to Cabinet today. I've made certain proposals to Cabinet. A decision was taken to send it to the Finance and General Purposes Committee. This policy has very far-reaching effects. There are a lot of things to consider, etc. So we will be considering the note on FNGP, as we call it, Finance and General Purposes Committee, on Monday, and thereafter hopefully FNGP will make the recommendations to Cabinet next week, Thursday. The operation was a success and they managed to seize quite a lot of narcotics, which appear to be cocaine, from the testing last night. And I'm using this opportunity now to thank the professionalism of the men and women in the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard, the Marine Interdiction Unit of Customs and Excise, and our Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.